Why is the bike leg so overwhelming for a lot of folks? They have a plan, they feel great on the bike in their workouts, and all of a sudden they get to the race and in the first few miles they feel a little stale. And that sometimes sets a negative platform for the rest of the day. So I want to just talk about sort of a checklist that you can go through prior to and then during the race. It's like a real fast motion picture where everything moves really quickly when you're feeling good, and when you're not, you can almost see every pebble on the road. So first off, I always tell people, have you looked at the course? Day before the race, 2 days before the race, have you had a chance to actually ride segments of the course? And I've heard this a lot as well. Gee, that's a really hard section of the course. It's uphill, it's got those little chicanes in it back and forth where you're kind of out of your saddle and you're really gonna have to work hard. Boy, that's difficult. And I say, well, have you done something difficult on your bike and training? And they say, yeah, of course. And I think a lot of times we get consumed with the difficulty before we've even done it. So now the gun goes off and you're on your bike. You've got to make sure that you look at that course in segments. For example, if you're doing a 70.3, there might be 8 or 10 segments, and they're all different distances based on the topography and the terrain, the difficulty, the easiness of the course. Now, what happens if some guy goes by and another one goes by, or another woman flies by this way? What do you think about? What you can do during the race is to do a physical inventory. And do an inventory from the top of your head all the way down to your face, shoulders, neck, back, hips, quad, feet. You know what really works well? You're thinking about your opening this up and you're thinking about your glutes. Look at your legs. Everyone admires their legs. We're all vain. They say, gee, I got all these big muscles. Look at them. You're almost doing this self-talk to your legs because your glutes and your quads are your primary drivers on the bike, and that'll actually relax you. Stand up when other people are seated. They go by you and they're seated in their arrow position. Your back may feel a little bit tight. You're allowed to stand up in the race. That's okay. Quite often when you sit back down, all of a sudden you can go up into a bigger gear or maybe even a lower gear, and you're bringing your spin rate up just a tad. Go to a lower gear so you start stimulating, first off, the slow twitch muscle fibers, and you're not trying to generate a huge amount of force by pushing this massive gear. Go to a lower gear, lighten that tension at the bottom of your pedal stroke, and you may find that your power actually goes up, or your speed goes up, and then you might be able to shift back up into that same gear that you're in, holding a higher work rate. So I hope all those tips help you on the bike. That was a lot. Review this, make it work when you're in the race.
Thank you.